Okay, so I went inside of this gas station here and I did my hair a little and some makeup, and I had to wash my face. So I bought a black because, as y'all can see, like, look at how bad I'm being abused. But this is about just the abuse. And that's how they do the women. They abuse the women so bad. And see, it's a good thing that I'm not doing crack or something worse, because the type of abuse that they are doing is the type of abuse that has a lot of women on a lot of really hard drugs. And I just want y'all to spend this moment with me, not to judge me about how my lace front look or because I'm smoking a Black and Mild. I'm allowing anybody that cares about my situation, I care about it, so that's why I'm going to film it. And I'm going to film how I feel, and I'm going to show y'all what I was doing when I realized that they may have been lying about my pregnancy for longer than I know. But I've been so abused, and I need a way to calm down, and this tobacco about to calm me down. So that's why I got it, because with the way they abusing me and told me how many men they was gonna have molested my son, I really should be beating their ass. But legally, I cannot do that. They're trying to make me prove that she said it. And that's why I'm smoking the black, because Cynthia need her ass whooped for saying she was gonna let all them men stick their penises in my baby's bottom, mouth, rape my son to death. And they're covering it up and lying and saying they never said it. And I cannot put my hands on nobody. She got a restraining order on me at her house, and they watching my videos, and I didn't threaten her just now. I just said she needs her ass whooped because she did tell me this, but she's lying about it. And I just want to be able to put Cynthia in prison. God said to press charges on Austin for abusing me, her son. But I want Cynthia ass to go right along with him. But Cynthia said that she would be killed, not prison. Cynthia told me that they would, I don't know who she was talking about when she said they would kill her. She told me that if in something, I don't know if she was talking about if people that don't know found out that I'm telling the truth, that they are doing this to children, that they would shoot them up. But she told me that somebody would shoot her up, that they would shoot up Joseph, that they would shoot up my sister Larissa. She said they would shoot up my entire family behind this. She didn't say nothing about her having to go to prison. She said that she would be killed. After she told me that I couldn't tell, and that she said everybody that she was gonna let them rape my son to death in a room inside of the Montgomery County Jail. And then she said that when God came in the cell and was saying that casting her out of the kingdom of heaven, she told me that she would be dead and that she would get shot up. And I think she might have been talking about the people that she's molesting the children with, that they're like that they have higher up people that are more powerful than her, that if she was to be questioned or proven that she is doing it, that they would shoot her up and everybody in my family to keep it covered up, or that there would be other people that would shoot them up because they're doing it. So that's why I got the black and I'm pregnant, because that's too much information for me, and then for all of these people to be hiding. And I don't know who she was talking about. So let me go into why I started making that video telling y'all that I really don't know exactly how long I've been carrying this baby. So because of the stuff that God has been showing me about a Wichita Falls shirt that Cynthia gave me before Austin went to prison, and the shirt, God was showing my belly moving just like how y'all see it moving on my channel like this. My stomach is just doing this, kicking the whole time. It don't never stop. It's just doing this. And it's a baby. God said it's a baby. And I'm so traumatized that I'm kind of detached from it because they're telling me that I'm not pregnant in the hospitals, but my stomach is kicking and God is showing me this baby and that I'm pregnant, and I'm just so abused. And so he was showing me the Wichita Falls. She had bought me a pink Wichita Falls shirt, and she had said she went to Wichita Falls for business. She kept going out of town when I was in my apartment at 1308 Houston Street in Conroe, and Austin was in prison for assault, and I had a son with him named Melbourne, and I had given birth to Melbourne already, and Melbourne was growing up, and she had brought me back this Wichita Falls shirt that was pink, and it said Wichita Falls on the shirt, and I was wearing it, and I did have this, I had a stomach, but I was heavier because I had given birth, but I did have a little gut, and Austin's sister had said if I felt anything moving in my stomach still, that it was not, no, she said nothing to worry about. After I gave birth to Melby, Austin said his sister was a Satanist and that she was from Ohio or Oklahoma, and that she wanted to talk to me on the phone. This was before he went to prison. And she got on the phone with me and said, I want to tell you something. I said, what? And she was like, because I never spoke to this lady before, his sister, and she said he was adopted, but they still have contact with one of his adopted sisters. I don't know how they got contact with one another because he never met his mom, or he might have met her now, but he had met his real biological mother. But he knew the sister. I'm sorry, y'all, because this the only way for me to be able to stay calm, y'all. I don't have a problem with anything, like I'm not violent, but they setting me up and for my child to be molested. And I'm pregnant. And they've been lying about it for a long time and have been putting stuff in my food. So let me tell y'all what she said. She said, oh, I just wanted to tell you something about having a baby. She said, if you feel if it feel like you feel something kicking in your belly, she said, it's phantom kicks. I said, what's phantom kicks? Now, I had already just given birth to Melbourne, and she said, it's phantom kicks. She said, it's when your uterus is shrinking back to its normal size, and it'll feel like you still pregnant, and like you could feel something kicking in you. She said, but it's nothing to worry about. And I thought that was pretty weird, and I looked it up, and there was a certain term as phantom kicks, and it was similar to what she was saying, but I wasn't feeling anything. I wasn't feeling any kicks or anything like that, but I was not paying attention to my stomach because I was really breastfeeding Melbourne, and I was always holding him in this position and breastfeeding him, and I was not paying attention to my stomach, but I still had a gut. And she said if I felt something still kicking in me, that it was phantom kicks. So Cynthia had bought me a t-shirt. She bought me two of them. She bought me a blue one that was turquoise, like my bag a little bit, and she bought me a pink one. And I liked to wear the pink one. And I wore the other one too, but I like the pink one. And God has showed me, he said, when you asked your sister Chakina, when you got out of the Montgomery County Jail pregnant, to fill your stomach, God said she lied to you. And then he showed me in the Wichita Falls shirt, which is the shirt that I had on before Austin got out of prison, and I still had the gut, and there was another white woman that said that I still looked pregnant. And then God has said that he brought Chakina inside of the room with me in the spirit. And then he said Chakina So you acting like you can't tell, that you said you couldn't tell that Andrea was pregnant when she asked you to put her hand, when she put your hand on her stomach when she came to your house in Channelview, Texas, and he had me in the Wichita Falls shirt. I did not wear the Wichita Falls shirt. No, I was still wearing it. Like, I always wore it. Like, you know, but I wasn't wearing it after Austin got out of prison. So I was like, why is God showing me in this Wichita Falls shirt and my stomach moving? And what does Chakina, my sister, know about it? And then God had set me down on the couch and set Chakina next to me on the couch in the spirit. And then he said, look at her stomach. And Chakina looked at my stomach, and it was moving like it is now. But it was in the Wichita Falls shirt that Cynthia had given me when she said she was going out of town. And Cynthia has told me now that she is a witch. And God told me that she's a witch too. And Cynthia said that I'm pregnant, and she did say she wanted to steal this baby in my body too, or kill it, one or the other. And so my stomach was big inside of my home with Mel B. And I had started working out. I thought, okay, it's just from the pregnancy. And I'm starting to think now, was I pregnant? And did they leave a baby inside of me when I was pregnant with Mel and gave birth? Because they was trying to cut me open. And God said something about some twins. And I'm like, were they planning on stealing one of the babies? And then left it inside of me when I went on ahead and just said, I'm going to do vaginal, and did not let the other twin come out, or it did not come out, and just left it in me because my stomach didn't go down. But I did not pay much attention to it. And when you breastfeeding, I think they say you're not supposed to breastfeed and still be pregnant because it could cause you to miscarry. They say you should wait 6 weeks or whatever to get pregnant again, or wait 2 years to get pregnant again if you breastfeed them, because it could cause you to have a miscarriage. And some women still do it anyway, breastfeed while they're pregnant with their next baby, but it's dangerous because breastfeeding make your womb shrink, and if you're pregnant with a new baby, it can cause you to miscarry and start bleeding. Sorry, y'all, don't went out on me again. All I know is God said Austin was raping me and hitting me while I was pregnant, and that the baby that I'm carrying is his, and that I'm bleeding because Austin was raping me and hitting me. God didn't say that the blood was from me smoking. God said she's smoking because she didn't have no support and that they abusing me. But let me go back to my stomach and show y'all. And this is where it's kicking. And if you sit next to me, you could just see it just kicking. And I was just like sitting here holding the baby. I'm gonna try to show y'all. I was just sitting right here just holding it, and I wasn't smoking anything. I was just any black and mild. I was just sitting right here holding it, and I could feel the head right here, and it's like a normal baby, you know, like when you know you're pregnant and you can actually feel it now. And I felt it from the jail. I was smaller, like I felt it from the jail, and I couldn't lay on my stomach. That's how I knew, because I'm a belly sleeper. And I was sleeping on my stomach, and the baby was squirming under me and forcing me to turn over on my side and on my back. And I started reporting to the staff that I was pregnant, and they were telling me that I was not before they even took the urine sample. They were saying I wasn't. So God had said that Chakina saw the baby, that she could see it. He said look down at her stomach, and he had Larissa, my sister, come into the room as well. And then he told them to look at my stomach. I'll film it from another angle and post it. But God was saying that Chakina could sit right next to me on the couch and look at my belly, and even in a big t-shirt, and that she could see the baby moving in my belly. And he said that it was wrong for her to lie and say that she could not even feel it moving. And he said, and you can see it. If you sit next to her and just look like that, he said you can see it. And she's allowing all of the hospitals in Texas to say that I'm not pregnant. And my sister Chakina is allowing my baby daddy Austin to say that I'm not pregnant, and to say that I have a tumor. And I do not have a tumor. God said it's a baby, and it is. And I know that it's Austin's, but God did not say how long I've been carrying. I just calculated 36 months. But God said it's Austin's, but he was showing the Wichita Falls outfit. And then God said something about some twins, and I had a vision of some twins, but it was two. It was two. And I'm like, what twins are you talking about? I had a singleton pregnancy, and they're telling me that I'm not pregnant, and my stomach has not stopped freaking moving, and I'm pregnant. And God said something about some twins, and they've been starving me and making it look like I was not pregnant, and making it be small, and it was hurting when they were starving me. I was crying because the baby was scratching me when they were starving me, and once I ate, I was fine. I don't have any pain until like the baby want me to like sit down or lay down or whatever, or if I smoke too much of my black, then it'll like scratch me or whatever. But I need to be in somewhere. I need to be able to get the baby out, because I've been abused so much that I'm smoking, and I don't want it in me, and I don't want it to die. So being that I'm so abused, I want to be able to give birth or have the C-section for this one, and then be able to get myself together mentally after they lied to me all these years and said that I was not pregnant by him. I want the baby out because mommy is too abused to keep carrying you, and I don't want to kill you in my womb because they're lying and they threaten to rape your brother. And they're trying to blame me for smoking, and I need it out of me, and I can smoke and stress about you threatening to rape my child, but the newborn should not have to be in my body.